Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Welcome back. I like to start these videos reading that passage from Matthew 11:28-30, because that's not where my journey has started, but it's where my journey currently is. And I hope to bring in people, anyone who has felt that way or feels that way, and we can start a community as we seek to lighten our burdens and seek rest for our souls. But I'll jump into the reading of the day. A reading from the book of Leviticus. The Lord said to Moses on Mount Sinai, 7 weeks of years shall you count, 7 times 7 years, so that the 7 cycles amount to 49 years. Then, on the 10th day of the 7th month, let the trumpet resound. On this, the Day of Atonement, the trumpet blast shall re-echo throughout your land. This 50th year you shall make sacred, by proclaiming liberty in the land for all its inhabitants. It shall be a jubilee for you, when every one of you shall return to his own property, every one to his own family estate. In this 50th year, your year of jubilee, you shall not sow, nor shall you reap the aftergrowth, or pick the grapes from the untrimmed vines, since this is the jubilee which shall be sacred for you. You may not eat of its produce, except as taken directly from the field. In this year of jubilee, then, every one of you shall return to his own property. Therefore, when you sell any land to your neighbor, or buy any from him, do not deal unfairly. On the basis of the number of years since that last jubilee, shall you purchase the land from your neighbor, and so also, on the basis of the number of years for crops, shall he sell it to you. When the years are many, the price shall be so much the more. When the years are few, the price shall be so much the less. For it is really the number of crops that he sells you. Do not deal unfairly then, but stand in fear of your God. I, the Lord, am your God. So in this case, Leviticus 25 lays out Jubilee. Every 50th year, Israel hits reset, land returns to families, debts ease, fields rest. God anchors fair pricing to the number of harvests left until the next Jubilee, so no one is exploited. It's a holy reminder that everything belongs to God, and his people must practice mercy, rest, and justice. And it's a good reflection on where you, I, everyone, when do you need a reset, a rest, a release, or return? Is it possible to practice mini jubilees, forgiveness, rest days, generous pricing this month? So that rest and release is the key theme here. Time and land and people are given rest. Debts and losses aren't forever. Ownership under God, that the land ultimately belongs to the Lord. There is no absolute owner. And atonement plus jubilee is spiritual reconciliation. Atonement and is paired with social restoration. Now, the Gospel of the day, from the Gospel according to Matthew. Herod, the Tetrarch, heard of the reputation of Jesus, and said to his servants, "This man is John the Baptist. He has been raised from the dead. That is why mighty powers are at work in him." Now Herod had arrested John, bound him, put him in prison, on account of Herodias, the wife of his brother Philip. For John had said to him, "It is not lawful for you to have her." Although he wanted to kill him, he feared the people, for they regarded him as a prophet. But at a birthday celebration for Herod, the daughter of Herodias performed a dance before the guests, and delighted Herod so much that he swore to give her whatever she might ask for. Prompted by her mother, she said, "Give me here on a platter the head of John the Baptist." The king was distressed. But because of his oaths and the guests who were present, he ordered that it be given. And he had John beheaded in the prison. His head was brought on a platter and given to the girl, who took it to her mother. His disciples came and took away the corpse and buried him. And they went and told Jesus. So a few key themes from this gospel is the prophetic courage versus political cowardice, where John speaks truth to power. Herod knows he's right, but bows to the pressure. The danger of rash vows and saving face. A foolish promise is made, plus fears of people, leads to grave injustice, misused power, entertainment lust, and pride weaponized to silence a righteous voice. And then, of course, this foreshadows Jesus' death. A faithful witness is killed by a compromised ruler, anticipates the passion, and rumors in conscience. Herod's guilty conscience fuels superstition. John is raised. And a few things to reflect on is, where are we tempted to protect image over integrity? What rash vows, impulsive words, posts, promises do we need to repent of? How can we support truth tellers who risk for righteousness? Thank you for joining us for the gospel and reading of the day. Please consider joining this community as we seek to find rest for our souls, as we are heavy laden and burdened.